What it do, y'all? It's your boy, Mista Choc, multi-platinum producer, responsible for millions of records out here. And taking a break out the lab right quick. We was just on the subject of the state of hip hop right now, where it's at. And sad to say, y'all, hip hop is on life support. Um, I'm not here to disrespect nobody in the new generation of rap right now. It's not me to do that. But I'm saying we got to be more creative in what we do out here, y'all. Too many lanes was opened up for y'all. Just like when I got into the game, you had your Rakims, your Coogee Raps, you had your Public Enemies, your NWAs, you had your Kid and Plays, man, your Tupacs, your Biggies. We could go forever. It was so many lanes that you had, you know, your Twisters, man, too many lanes where you can choose and pick like, yeah, I fit right in here. Now everybody rap the same, sound the same. No subjects is different. Everything is money, bitches, sex, drugs, cars. Come on, y'all. It's a huge world out here and a whole lot to talk about other than that. Everybody's on the same subject. Got to give props out, though, to certain people like your Kendrick Lamar's, your J. Cole's. I'm really feeling this boy, Joyner Lucas. This cat's dope. Rick Ross, you definitely one of my favorites out there because you kept that G move going. You know what I mean? So it's those that are out there that I respect that keep the art of creating real records. Social media, YouTube has made a whole lot of y'all stars overnight. What we call it undeserved fame. Undeserved fame, y'all. Keeping it 100. It's how could I put it? Y'all are lyrically challenged. You're not coming up with anything, and then the template that was left for y'all, you just destroyed it. You got too many templates that was great for y'all to pick up from where we left off. You got to think about it. Black music alone is on life support. We ain't got no more R&B groups. Me growing up, even though it wasn't my era of music, I still know who the Temptation is. I know who Ohio players are. I know who Diana Ross and the Supremes. My era was the Jodeci's, In Vogues, Escape, Jagged Edge. You know what I mean? 702, Drew Hill, Intro. Tony. That's gone. How is it gone to where we have no R&B female groups? Think about that, right? No R&B male groups. Think about that. That goes to show you that our music, our black music alone, is on life support, y'all. We got to be more creative. Everybody is on the same subjects. Music has never been like this. I mean, in the history of black music, it has never been like this, man. R&B singers don't serenade a woman no more. They don't give them 3 minutes of a fantasy. That's what it was all about. You know what I mean? Just my imagination. Temptations. They gave a woman 3 minutes and made her feel good about it. Now everything is met her at the club, bought some bottles, fucked her, took her home, sent her out the house, had a threesome. Come on, y'all. And then you get upset when your kids is doing stupid shit out here because they feed off the music that you put out there. Music is a universal language. You got to understand that. It's just something that you got to understand. Rap has never been at a dying state the way it is now. Thank God, like I said, for the Kendrick Lamars and the Rick Rosses and J. Cole's and Drake's. You can tell that they studied the art of rap music, hip hop. You know what I mean? It's cool now for rap artists to call they homeboys Bay, my hubby, wear tight jeans, skinny jeans, pearl necklaces, put fingernail polish on their fingers. I ain't got nothing against gays at all. You know what I mean? I'm a straight nigga, but I ain't got nothing against nobody gay. That's just not my get down. I ain't here to judge. Only God is there to judge. But us as fathers, You ain't gonna feel comfortable with your kid coming home and you asking him, who is that? And he telling you, oh, that's my bae. And he got his homeboy with him. You ain't gonna feel comfortable with your son with fingernail polish on his hands. You ain't gonna feel comfortable with your son wearing a female top. Keep it 100, my nigga. Y'all have to understand that what you put out is what they eat. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't never been one to disrespect nobody ever. You know what I mean? I've been fortunate to be in this game for a long time, and I just feel that it's just gotten to the point that I gotta speak about it. If I don't speak about it, then I'm not keeping it 100 with myself. Like I said, the new generation, I ain't got nothing against y'all, but what y'all have to realize is that you're not putting the hard work in that we put in to keep the game going. When I got in the game, you gotta think about it. It was like getting a record deal. It was like winning the lottery, homie. It was like winning the Super Bowl. You had to have talent, skills. You had to be unorthodox. You know what I mean? Now it's about how many followers you got. A label don't sign you unless you got followers. It ain't nothing about the music no more. So that go to show you that there's too much undeserved fame. We were strictly about recording albums, not one song. A single was inevitable. It was like you never thought about a single. You thought about recording an album, and then after you do your 12 or 14 songs for that album, you pick what the single was, and then the crowd would pick what your second single was. That's how it was, man. And now y'all just record one song, throw it on YouTube, get a little fame, go out. You might go out and make a little money, do a little touring. And a month, 2 months later, you're back on the couch. You get what I'm saying? No longevity in the game no more. When you had LLs, 10-year, 15-year run, you had your Heavy D's, your NWAs. You had people who put their art first. Never thought about the money. The money always came. But most artists that was successful was never worried monetarily because God gave them a gift to be able to go out there and show the world, and the money came with it. Y'all think about the dollars first. And it's sad that half of you cats just start rapping months ago. Everybody feel like they can rap. This is not a sport, homie. You get what I'm saying? This is a art form. We talking DJs. Everybody now that's a DJ, they don't know what it's like to touch wax. What is Serato? Show them the time. And show them everything. So you can mix. I could take my 6-year-old daughter and put her on the turntables. Same thing with production. I could put my baby on my equipment and let her rinky dink play some shit, and I put some drum beats behind it, and it's the same shit that y'all coming out with. Y'all don't know what it's like to be able to grab the keyboards, grab all your sound modules, grab your drum machines, and load up the whole car to get to the studio for production. Only thing you producers, no. Only thing that you beat makers is doing is getting your backpack with your laptop in it and a mouse, walking into the studio, using Fruity Loops, clicking, and coming up with beats with a mouse in your hand. That's not producing, homie. That's called beat making. You don't get credit for that, dog. I don't care where the fuck you from. Let's try to keep our music alive and not kill what we got going. Because right now, like I said, hip hop is on life support, y'all. Y'all don't even realize it. What's crazy is that you don't even hear the word platinum, gold. Remember everybody was saying that about 10 years ago? Platinum, gold, platinum, gold. It don't exist no more. It don't exist. To get a platinum record now is like seeing God, homie. And it don't happen every day. So for those who are doing the platinum and gold records, which is your Drakes, which is your Kendrick Lamar's, which is your Rick Ross. That's because y'all have kept the game alive and you studied the art of hip hop. I'm not here to ride on nobody's jock, but I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all not working hard out here, dog. Y'all not working hard on me. And I just felt like it's time for me to speak. If you go through the whole internet, if you Google my name, Mista Choc, Mistachoc, Mista Choc, you see that I've never disrespected nobody. I'm not mad at the new generation. I'm only upset that y'all don't put the time and effort in from what we left. We left a great template. Biggie left a template. Pac left a template. Public Enemy left a template. Jay-Z left a template. We got Public Enemy, NWA. All of them left templates that you can really follow that template and say, I fit here, I fit there. You know, we had lanes back, and that's the best way to put it, lanes. You had conscious rappers, you had political rappers, you had lyrical rappers, you had comical rappers, you had party rappers, goofy rappers. We had it all. And you followed those lanes like, I fit in here. Everybody right now rap about sex, drugs, money, bitches, cars. Like I said earlier, homie, it's a big world out here, and y'all still on the same subject, and y'all all sound alike. Like I said, no disrespect to nobody. If you taking it as a disrespect, means that you fit in what I'm talking about. There's several rappers out there that I do give respect to that's keeping hip hop alive, like I said. But 99.9%, y'all whack, dog. Whack. 30 years of hard work, and y'all single-handedly just killed the game. Like, single-handedly killed the game. And I'm not here to blame nobody. I'm not going to say no names. But there's a lot of y'all out there that's touring. Y'all out there doing shows. You're getting your YouTube followers. But you don't have the skills. Like, it's incredible that y'all are really lyrically challenged. And I'm just speaking what God loves. Like I said, I'm responsible for millions of records being sold. I've worked with Dr. Dre. If you've seen the movie Straight Outta Compton, the song called Talking to My Diary, me and my boy, my partner DJ Silk, along with my nephew Slim the Mobster and Dr. Dre, we put that together. Talking to My Diary. So look that up, Straight Outta Compton, the movie, and also on Dre's album, Compton the Soundtrack, track number 16. I worked with Spice One, the E40s. I worked with Sugar Free. I've worked with, you name them, Snoop Dogg. I got records with almost everybody, almost from the West Coast. I got plenty of records, remixes all across the country. So I know what I'm talking about, and I know what I worked hard for, and I know that there's a lot of other producers out there that understand where I'm coming from, that y'all are not putting in the work that we put in. Like I said, study the art, man. Study what we put out there and take this art for real. Because you got cats, personally, that I know. I know cats that ain't never thought about making music. And when I run across them, like, I'm rapping now. I'm producing now. No, you're not, bro. You're not producing. You're not rapping. This is a art that is made for only the strong. Only but the strong will survive in this. When you get one single and you go out on the road and you come home and you're back on the couch 2 months later, that's not a career, dog. A career is longevity, where you got 5 to 10 years in this game, and those fans have followed you and they've bought every album that you've ever put out in 10 years. Like I said, I'd rather be an artist that sells 1 million records each time I drop a record than to sell 1 million records one time and never be heard of. It's done. Career done and over with. That's not longevity. That's not a real artist. So all I'm saying to y'all is that pick your game up, y'all, and take this art serious because this is not a game right now, man. You got to think about it. The game is dead. It's on life support, and it's gonna take the right ones that take what we do very serious to keep it alive. Um, you can't be mad at Eminem. One of the best to ever do it. Despite his color, don't mean nothing. He's dope. When you look at like a rapper Game kept the gangster side of music alive. You get what I'm saying? He kept that part of the game alive. That template that NWA left, he gravitated from that and sold millions of records because he took the art serious. Shout out to you, Game. You know I love you. Family me for life, homie. Um, you just gotta take this game at heart. It's not easy as people think. You get what I'm saying? It's not as easy as people think. Don't take this music industry for granted. Like I said, I'd rather be around 10 years and each time I drop an album, I sell a million or 500,000 off each album in 10 years than to sell a million records one time and back on the couch and ain't been heard of no more. So y'all take this game serious, man. So like I said, black music is dead, homie, and we need to bring it back. Like, no disrespect to none of you new, none of the new generation at all. But take the game serious, y'all, because we work so hard for this. Mr. Choc, West Coast for life. Love the East Coast as well, you know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Shamello and Spider on the East Coast. My boy DJ Premier. Love y'all cats, man. I learned a lot from y'all. But to my mentor, Dr. Dre, to my mentors, the DJ Quicks, we're talking cats. My boy Ant Banks on the East Coast. I'm sorry. My boy Ant Banks from East Oakland, from Oakland, California. Shout out to you. It's just so much to say to y'all for y'all to learn, homie. Take this game serious. Because right now, black music is on life support, like I said. Much love to all of y'all. No disrespect. Peace. Mr. Choc, West Coast.